Hey, this is a great showcase, everybody. What a great airplane.
You landed without landing gear.
Yeah, perfect. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, only gentlemen, because there's no ladies here, we're at the Flight Sim Expo in Providence. You know, in yesterday's video, we checked out WinWing and their new crazy hardware products, and today it's time to start diving into the amazing software that we can see here exclusively, in fact, exclusively on the channel. You know, everybody, I love the Airbus A220. You know, just personally. Swiss International Airlines was one of the first operators to actually introduce the plane in 2017, and I remember just this beautiful clip when they said goodbye to the Avro airplane and introduced these wonderful, beautiful looking plane. It's a plane that has a bright future ahead of it, but guess what it doesn't have? Flight simulator presence. I mean, not really. For X-Plane there is one, and for Microsoft Flight Simulator there is one by Virtual Coal. And that one sucks more than a vacuum cleaner. I hate it with my guts. It's about time that we get a proper A220. And let me tell you, we're here at the ENI booth, and this is where Synaptics is showing their A220 that they released. I don't know when they will. Let's take a look at it and ask some questions to the people that actually made the plane.
My name is Harsh, and I'm the CEO and project lead at Synaptics Simulation.
I'm Shay, and I'm the head of systems at Synaptic.
Mike, hello. I am an avionics software engineer for the 220.
Yes, everybody. Synaptics, we are right now already spawned onto the A220 at St. Barth.
Yep.
And you're really a small team, especially a young team, and that's quite admirable. I mean, look at this plane.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's have a look. I mean, right now, I'm the first one to kind of make a video on it, actually playing this thing with a beautiful screen capture to actually have a look at what it will look like. So tell me a little bit about, do you have a time frame of when you think you'll be closer to releasing this?
We'll release Q4 25.
Okay.
So yeah, end of this year.
End of this year. There you go. And look at this. Yeah, texturing is already done, isn't it?
Yeah, the model is final. Texturing's pretty much final. Just small fixes here and there, but really shouldn't take more than a month to get all that.
Let's have a look inside.
Of course. Let's go in. So in the cockpit of the A220, you can see the various materials being used, the different plastics. So we actually used a surface scanner for each of these panels. So each one will have a slightly different hex and everything.
Wow. Okay. So yeah.
Well, Swiss, it's all yours, to explore. So
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I always look out for like the fur, because that is like a very big giveaway if an airplane sucks. And this is like pretty good looking fur. So let's have a look into the cabin here. Yes, we're exploring the modeling. The textures are pretty fucking good. Okay, so let's take a look.
Animations for everything, doors open.
Yeah. Oh, what is this? The lavatory?
Yeah, of course, that is a lavatory. And it does work along with the toilet. We'll have a flushing toilet as well with the sound.
Okay, yeah, that's very disappointing that you don't have that added in yet.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody, this is great. Let's open the curtains.
Overhead bins work. Click on these.
Oh, that's quite a nice detail. Wow, I'm liking this.
The first window shade on the right, for that for example.
Okay, why did you only make one window?
Well, we got to duplicate them. It's a development build. So
oh, okay, all right. So that's what you're planning to actually have those work?
Absolutely, yeah. Every window shade will work. Every tray table, every overhead bin.
You know, I like when it's extremely useless. And I mean, look at the ambient lighting. I like this. This is I like this. This is a really, really good cabin. Okay. Yes, look at that. And it has like a big window there too. Not bad at all of a look. Let's go back into the cockpit now and finally fly this airplane. Obviously, we have a beautiful EFB now. Does it work already?
It works a little bit. It's from indie builds, but it's still a work in progress. So we don't really have much in there.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's fine. But like, could we open the doors?
Absolutely, you can. You can press that, and you can go in the exterior and have a look.
Okay.
One L might be bugged.
Synaptics,
it's a very early build.
Synaptics is nice enough to actually even let us have a look at this kind of plane at all, to be honest.
If you go to the end for exterior, so the emergency exit.
We've opened the emergency exit, and we've opened the cargo door. Look at this. Very nice. Okay. So we can click, this gives us just a glimpse of what is to come. But what I very much like is the avionics system. Let's go ahead and turn on this aeroplane.
Sure, let me walk you through it. So first, overhead panel. Oh, you want to experiment?
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
I'm going to try it myself, of course. So external power is available. We can maybe turn that on. Nice, and we can see this airplane come to life. Turn on the APU right here. Oh, that's nice. Okay.
So the RPM is rising there with the door open, and if you go to the electrical page on the Synaptic, you can actually see the It's being powered by external power right now, but when the APU comes online, which should be in about 30 seconds, it will highlight itself, connect to the bus, and disconnect the connection between the
Right. Before we even fly, we can have a look at the incredible things this plane can do. I mean, if we look behind us, we always like to talk about circuit breakers. You know, I love just being able to disable them, although I never end up doing it like in actual day-to-day sim flying, but it's cool to have simulated circuit breakers. And you can see there is none. Why? Because the A220 doesn't actually have lots of physical circuit breakers, but the circuit breakers in the A220 are done through touchscreen, and they're actually going to be usable, and they're kind of usable already, some of them.
All of them.
We can see lots of them.
You know, you could turn off something small and you wouldn't notice it like until a little bit into the flight, because it's part of our emergent behavior. If you fail something, it cascades down the other systems until it achieves its specific failures.
So what we're seeing is totally a solid model. Definitely, we shouldn't be scared of this airplane being released and it might suck. I don't think it will at all. So let's go have a look now at turning on this airplane. Let's maybe see. I want to definitely hear the famous A220 whale sound. Is it going to do that?
Sure.
But of course, something that's very important on an airliner like this is navigation. So let's maybe do a bit of a flight plan right here and see what this thing can do.
So you go to flight plan first, you'll be able to write in your origin, so you can type it into the scratch pad down there.
Oh yeah, sure.
You got to type it in here, and then it goes on. This
Right,
thing, then you type it in. The philosophy is very different from Boeing and Airbus.
Right.
It's a very unique plane.
So TNCM, I think, no, that TFFJ. And then I can like, that's really cool though.
And
see, this is funny, like this is a Bombardier at heart. It pretends to be an Airbus because it's adopted. Let's maybe fly to, officially to St. Martin, so TNCM, and you like transfer that. Look at that, that's so cool of a logic.
So you can like execute that.
That's better than this, everybody. We can actually load charts into this big screen, and that's really fucking cool. Right, yeah, what we can figure already, this plane avionic-wise is amazing. It's, I don't know, I'm not an A220 pilot, so it's like trying to rate music when you're deaf. But hey, it sounds great. So let's talk about sounds. I kind of really want to turn this airplane on now. So we've got the
APU is running.
It's running, that is good. We want the APU bleed to be on for
It's already on. These are automatic, so that's already done.
Bombardier, wow, very fancy. So let's go into our front of the airplane right now. This is the start auto mode, and we're gonna engage the right engine. Let's try that.
So there it is, the N2 is rising automatically. And then
nice, look at that.
So we can go on the exterior view, and then
I think I'm hearing a little bit of howling there.
It's gonna come in soon.
Whale sounds like going to the aquarium. Not bad at all. I'm liking this, ladies and gentlemen. This is very important on the A220. I don't know why it's so incredibly loud, but it's so noticeable that there's an A220 around because you can hear it. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look further down into the cockpit and
now the other engine, you can start the
start the other engine. Let's do that. Of course. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Thing is, it sounds horrible because that's supposed to be.
That sounds really, that's just how it is.
Right. One question, why is the INS already aligned? Is that normal?
That's normal. That's how the 220 does it. It's automatic. You don't have to press any button for that.
All right, so what else is here? Engines are started up. Oh, there's checklists. Do they work?
Yeah, and these are all sensed items, so it already knows that all this is turned on, so it's not.
All right, engine is running. We can click that. This plane I have no idea of because there's not really a lot of Bombardier, especially the A220, which is a bit unique. Yeah. There's not really like this is very different to like your Airbus A320 or 737. So this is like a very new thing, and that's the exciting bit about it. Look, this will sound like one of those sophisticated Challenger Bombardiers. Look at the flight plan that we've created to St. Martin. Wow. Is this like the terrain map, is it?
It is a custom 3D terrain map that's on the real A220. So.
Oh, look at that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take this aeroplane for a spin. I think it should be ready. Ooh. Okay, there we go now on the runway. We don't really have a lot of runway. We've already kind of have used like 1/3. Do you think we'll be able to take off?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
All right, let's do it. So, full power. Let's go into the cockpit now. Oh my goodness, let's go take off. Hey, that might have just worked. So while this plane, like from the looks of it, is already quite quite finished. Like, there's some touches to still do to it, of course, with the rest of the time. For example, the flight model you told me is not completely finished yet, but it doesn't feel bad at all. Like, do you remember the ERJ?
No, really, I mean, look at this approach. What are we doing? What is going on?
All right. I mean, this is Swiss 01, where we're not going to be flying a full flight today. We're just going to do hand flying like a real... Look at my hand here. Now, something I find funny about the A220, once again, a plane that we've not seen before in the flight sim world like this, is the primary flight display. Why? Because it's so wide. It's like one of those ultra-wide monitors, and it's just so funny how wide the artificial horizon here is.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look amazing? Look at this. Now we can like... Ooh. Especially at the lower ends.
Yeah, it's always in the low ends.
That's ridiculous. Oh yeah. You have a very high situational awareness in a plane like this. Compare this to like an old ass A320 that just shows you a black thing with a magenta line. This right here, we can see the island. We can see where we're going.
So let's say you're in a very busy VATSIM session. What you can do is quickly pull up the CNS page, and the airplane knows your flight plan. So you can click on TNCM instantly, and you have Juliana approach, Juliana clearance. Frequency's right there.
Oh my fucking god.
So you can just double click it right away and it's right there.
Oh, that's actually super useful because I hate dialing in frequencies. I think it's like the most used, like, so like the auto dial, that is, is there any airliner that does this?
No, it's pretty unique. You can search, for example, I'm gonna do it quickly. Let's say I want to go to Toronto. I'm gonna do CYYZ.
I'm hand flying, I have no idea.
And it gives me information about the airport and the runways.
It's like a really, really thorough database. Oh fuck, we just died. No, the plane doesn't like that at all. Let's go and just do a quick landing into St. Martin. Okay, coming in for landing now, runway 10. It's going to be probably a pretty bad landing. Once again, the flight model is something you need to work on, right?
Yeah.
What else are you working on until it's released? What else you got?
Well, we have some autopilot modes like heading, LNAV. We're still working on VNAV and making sure that's working well with fly-by-wire. So, it's going a little high there.
Yeah. The joystick sensitivity is just high. All right. God damn it! I want to touch down this. All right, that's just hard. Oh my, slam it. Oh my god, we landed with a landing gear up.
Oh, shame.
Hey, this is a great showcase, everybody. What a great airplane.
You landed with that landing gear.
Yeah, perfect. I saw something earlier, and it's like this airport map. It's kind of like the A380, right? So let's zoom in.
Yeah, zoom right in, yeah. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of the main feature that we have that we want to show you. So you can click on plan, and then you can pan around it.
So you don't need your Navigraph screen open all the time to see the taxiways.
Yep.
That is pretty awesome. Does the real A220 have a heads-up display, by the way?
It does, and it's going to be in a future update after release.
Oh yeah, that's another thing you're working on. So all right, this plane looks great already, and we've got very in-depth systems that are really cool, and I'm really enjoying this. Once again, it's a bit different than the usual A320. I can't wait for this airplane to release, and I can't wait to actually be able to land it smoothly and not like crash on the runway. That's the flight model. That's very, always Microsoft flight sim. Flight model is a lot of work, isn't it?
It is a lot of work, and we're working on it, yeah.
Yeah. So Hart, thank you so much for being getting us preview this. I mean, is this even in an alpha?
Well, it's not. We just started testing a few weeks ago.
It's pre-alpha.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna get there.
It's gonna get there. So don't be scared of the Synaptic A220. Do you have any idea of the pricing?
We don't know any pricing. We're gonna work towards a release for the end of this year, but that's all for now.
Okay, there we go. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night. I think there might be a 757 that we're gonna take a look at.
And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.